In its entire history, Pakistan has never once seen an elected prime minister serve a full term and walk away on his own terms. Some were exiled. One was hanged. Others were jailed or quietly pushed out in the dark. Pakistan holds elections. It has a parliament, a prime minister, a constitution. But none of them are where the real power sits. To understand who actually runs Pakistan, you have to stop watching the politicians and start watching the men in uniform. 3 times, the army didn't even bother hiding it. In 1958, the country's own commander-in-chief, Ayub Khan, threw out the government and made himself ruler. In 1977, General Zia-ul-Haq seized power in a midnight operation, suspended the constitution, and 2 years later sent the elected prime minister he had overthrown, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, to the gallows. In 1999, General Pervez Musharraf removed Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif while Sharif was literally trying to fire him. Add it all up, and Pakistan's army has directly ruled the country for more than 3 decades. But the coups are the obvious part. The real machine is what happens in the years between them. Because even when no general sits in the top chair, almost nothing moves without the army's blessing. In Pakistan, there's a single word for this hidden hand: the establishment. It decides which parties rise, which leaders fall, and which way elections go. And the pattern is brutally consistent. A civilian leader comes to power with the army support. He starts acting independently. And then he's gone. Bhutto, hanged. Nawaz Sharif, overthrown, exiled, disqualified. Benazir Bhutto, dismissed twice. Imran Khan, swept into power, then removed in 2022 and thrown in prison. Different decades. Different names. The exact same script. No civilian leader in Pakistan's history has been allowed to finish on their own terms, because the people who led them in never really let go. And here's the part most of the world misses. The Pakistani army isn't only a military. It's the most powerful business empire in the entire country. Through a vast network known as Milbus, military business, the army runs banks, fertilizer plants, cement factories, food companies, real estate, and insurance. At the center sits the Fauji Foundation, worth nearly $6 billion, controlling more than 50 separate companies. By some estimates, the army's total commercial wealth tops $50 billion in a country where most people are getting poorer every year. It was built to fund soldiers' welfare. Today, less than 5% of that money actually reaches veterans. The rest funds an economic fortress no elected government could ever touch. When one institution controls the guns and the money, the politicians are just the people allowed to take the blame. Which brings us to today. In 2025, the army chief, ASIM MUNIR, was promoted to Field Marshal, the highest rank in the Pakistani military, held by only one man before him, Ayub Khan, the very general who staged the first coup. Munir hasn't needed to seize power in the street. He's simply been written into it, placed at the center of the new body that now steers the country's biggest economic decisions. No tanks this time. Just a quiet, almost complete consolidation of who decides Pakistan's future. So who really runs Pakistan? Not the Prime Minister. Not the Parliament. Not the voters. In most countries, the army belongs to the state. In Pakistan, it is closer to the truth to say the state belongs to the army. The elections are real. The power behind them was never on the ballot. That's one file, decoded. Country Cipher opens the money, the power, and the secrets of the world's countries, one at a time. Subscribe, and we'll keep following the power. Until none of it stays buried.